اتولدت وتربيت في القاهرة في حي شبرا
I
العاصمة.
was born and raised in
بدأت
Cairo,
وأنا في سن
in the
صغير
ancient
جداً.
Shubra
كان في
neighborhood.
علامات إن أنا بحب الرسم
My
أكتر
interest
من
in
حاجة
art
تانية.
started when I was very
الدهشة
young.
الحقيقية
There were
اللي
signs that
حسيت
showed
إن
my
أنا عندي
interest in
علاقة
art, more than
بالرسم
anything.
وعلاقتي
The
بمادة
real
الأحياء.
surprise that
كنت
made me know my
ببقى مندهشة
relationship
جداً
to
وأنا
art
شايفة
is biology.
تشريح
I was
القلب
very
تشريح
amazed and
الرئة
interested seeing the anatomy of the
قطاع
heart or
عضلي في
lungs,
نبات. يعني الحاجات دي
or
كانت
looking
فعلاً
into an inside part
بتاخدني
in a plant.
يعني بتاخدني
All these
بسرح
things used
وبفكر
to make me
وبحب
relax and
أرسمها
draw them.
واستمرت معايا لحد دلوقتي. يعني هتلاقي في
And
شغلي
until now, you will find
حاجة ليها علاقة
references in my
بالتشريح. لحد
paintings
دلوقتي
related to
هتلاقيني مهتمة
anatomy.
جدا إن أنا أجمع، ودي هواية غريبة بس ليها علاقة بشغفي
So, I collect the
بالشوف البديهي
binoculars,
للأشياء.
telescope, or
هتلاقي عندي
projector.
مثلا منظار، هتلاقي عندي ميكروسكوب،
This is
هتلاقي عندي
because I am
بروجيكتور.
interested to see things from
فمهتمة
the
جدا
inside.
بالحاجات من جوه.
I am very
ده أغلب وقتي
interested
بيبقى في
and
الشغل.
curious all the
يعني
time, and it
بستخدمها أو مش
reflects in my
بستخدمها،
work.
تقريبا بتستخدمني، إنها بتجرني
I am using it,
لعوالم
or for
غريبة.
door, it
علاقتي
does
مثلا
use me.
بالزرع، حواجز، يعني بزرع
This
بإيدي
interest
وبعملها.
carries me to
فطول ما أنا قاعدة
strange
براقب
worlds.
الحاجة وهي
For
بتكبر وهي
example,
صغيرة، طب شكلها هيبقى إزاي، طب
my
فالحاجات دي
relationship with
أعتقد إنها
plants.
بالنسبة
I
لي
plant the seeds with my own hands.
زي ما
And
بيقولوا
constantly,
أكتر
I
من
watch things when they are
الحاجات من
small.
بره.
How
أنا
will you
دخلت
grow?
كلية فنون
What would
جميلة
it look like?
سنة 93.
For me, these are sources
بدأت
of
عارفة أنا
inspiration.
عايزة قسم تصوير، عايزة أبقى بينتر.
I
كان عندي
studied
شغف
at the
كده
Faculty of
حسب
Fine Arts in
تصور
1993.
في تاريخ الفن
I knew
الحديث.
wanted to study at the
التجربة دي
painting
بالنسبة لي
department.
مفيدة
I wanted to be a painter.
وممتعة قد إيه. يعني أنا ما عملتش بغرض
With a
البحث
passion to
والتحصيل
search
ويبقى
more in
عندي
this field,
دكتوراه.
I
أنا
did my
عملت
master's and
بغرض
PhD research in the history
الرحلة
of modern
أكتر
art.
كمان من النتيجة. كان عن فلسفة التجريد بين الشرق والغرب.
And that educational experience was very interesting and useful. And while the purpose of research is obtaining a scientific degree, I was looking for the trip itself. The research was about abstract philosophy between East and West. And to make or reach that comparison, it was a very long journey. I delved deeply into all kinds of religions, and in the difference between Western mentality, which is based on knowledge and accuracy. There is a different way of thinking. Those comparisons revealed new paths to me. I gained visual experience. I know the history of art, from primitive until the latest art events in the world. I can't say that I'm a feminist, but I am a woman who lives in a society where several rights are taken away from her. And I suffer from this like every girl and every woman, suffering from a long list of wasted rights. And because my work is inspired by me, in every crisis I face, the feelings of frightened or anxious, such feelings come out when I paint, which often every women's crises in my society. That's why my artwork comes out feminist. I paint about myself, and about the people that I care for. Often, they are women. I don't think I tell a story in my paintings. I describe and embody a feeling. When I listen to people talking, or a conversation between two persons, I capture and censor their feelings like a thread of color. My consciousness perceives this thread, the connection between characters. And I see that reflected when I look at my finished painting. These people are always in my mind. And often, those who view my paintings see that reference too. Viewers of my artwork often translates it into his own feeling or experiences. During studying at the School of Fine Arts, I studied most of the mediums. More than techniques. But as usual, in the art academies, they study the classical material. And the most classical is of course oil painting. And because it is an intermediate material, it needs long time to dry. And because I am a person who works with emotion as a motive, oil painting was not a suitable medium for me. Through my husband Salah Al-Mer, acrylic as a medium which helped me more to embody the momentary emotion. Faster. I'm in painting mode, and this art medium suits my energy and emotion. This helps to execute my artwork successfully. But I also use other materials and mediums. I love drawing with inks on old papers. I don't have outside sources for my artwork. The first excitement of my paintings is a feeling that grows inside me. And I walk behind these feelings and translate it into my artwork. But in order for these feelings to reflect in my painting, there are several stages. Taking a picture, drawing a sketch, and following the light to see the leaves, the earth, and even the cracks on the ground. African art you cannot find inside a museum. Of course I learned from European Vivda art. African art you find on the streets, in people features and their wide eyes, the eyes that is full of sadness, in their clothes and colores. This is where the transformation occurred. You will not find a difference in the shape of the figure, but you will find a difference in his details, in the wide eyes, looking like it will cry. That is why I am so grateful for African art. The woman is the hero of my artwork. I draw for myself. And as I said, I'm a woman in a complex, who practices a large list of restrictions on women.
بالنسبة للرسم على الخرايط أنا دايما شايفة إن إحنا كل مع بعض. As for painting on maps, I always see that we are not separated from Earth. We are part of it. It is nature. We are melting into this universe. When I draw on a map, it is an attempt to return to Earth. And all the time this is my project that I work on. I always leave it and come back to it. Of course, I am grateful to everyone who loves my work. And of course, it makes me happy. Being part of the art field made me realize another level of pleasure and satisfaction. Such pleasure that accompanies me all the way. Starting from the white canvas until I sign the painting. This trip is the real fun. The artwork is completely an individual. It has no partner. The painting you sign with your name becomes something that represents you and expresses you alone. The experience of marrying an artist is an important experience, and difficult experience in the same time. It needs two people who have self-confidence, confident in their tools and talent. In the history of art, we read about some major problems between married couple whom are artists. In my experience with Salah, we have it all. We always have quarrels. We have one mood. We argue all the time. And talk about art. I met my husband while I was studying art history. At this time he was organizing an exhibition in Egypt. He is from Sudan,
and meeting him was my key to the African region and African art. He integrate with the community after living here. I too was influenced and integrated into the African community through my husband and my trips to African countries. We always exchange opinions and exchange experiences. He helped me a lot with acrylic. Of course, my husband supports me, but this support is relative. Sometimes it's a great support. Other times, naturally, there is controversy and debate between us. There is always an artistic hustle among us, and, of course, great love between us. My real dream is to maintain that amazement in my work, to maintain the same passion and desire for research, and at the same time my art tools become more capable and powerful. The experience of solo exhibitions is so important for any artist, and while participating in a collective exhibition is important for every artist, just to see his work exhibited, the solo exhibition experience is on another level of importance. It's enriching and more focused. You must evaluate your artistic scale before and after each solo exhibition. My next exhibition in Circle is the second, where I had an exhibition last year, but due to the corona crisis, it was digitally organized. This year I can't wait for the live show, can't wait to see people. It is a very emotional state, to stand in the middle of the exhibition hall and talk and interact with people. Next exhibition's name is Behind the River. All the time I have a relationship with the river since I lived in the Shubra neighborhood, when I lived in the Doki neighborhood and downtown, and until now, I still live near the river. This is the case for all Egyptians. We have a special relationship with the river, we feel so close to it. Most of artwork of my exhibition is related to water. I named it Behind the River, because I have a perception that man is like a river, has its flow and even its estuary, the river has an end. This journey is similar to our journey in life.